Are you having Roshi Joan come to speak to the class? Joan,
No.
huh? No, okay.
No.
I was at a conference with her, and this the term compassion fatigue came up. And she had a really interesting perspective, which I agree with to some extent. That if you have compassion fatigue, you haven't really understood exactly what compassion is. Or you're not, yeah, okay? Because compassion fatigue, what people means is I'm seeing so much suffering and I have so much compassion that I'm exhausted from seeing the suffering. Okay, it's too much for me to see that. If we, in Buddhism, we have practitioners, very high practitioners, highly realized practitioners, called bodhisattvas, okay? And these are people who really cherish others more than themselves. Those people never have compassion fatigue. Yeah, physically, they may get exhausted, but physical exhaustion is different than compassion fatigue. Physical exhaustion is you need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to take care of your body. Compassion fatigue is, you feel just totally emotionally drained. And I think it's this long-term perspective of, knowing that the problems cannot be solved immediately. Yeah. And that the problems come from so many different causes, and that we cannot, no one person, no one individual can control all the causes of even one other person's suffering. Yeah. And so if you have that perspective, then you're much more realistic in terms of the speed within which you think the world's problems or somebody's suffering can be handled, and you have a long-term perspective of you're hanging in there long-term to be a benefit, and however long it takes, you're committed in that way. And of course, we have to develop ourselves to be able to help others in any sort of way. Okay. So, yeah, I would differentiate, being emotionally exhausted, which would be remedied by, this long-term perspective or a spiritual practice. I mean, I don't think Mother Teresa had compassion fatigue. She had a big view, and a big view gives you, makes the mind much more courageous, much stronger. Yeah. So there's a difference between being emotionally exhausted and then being physically exhausted. I mean, some of the people who during the pandemic who have been working so hard and getting paid pennies and, having visa problems and being not very respected in society, those people, I'm sure they need some physical rest, but some kindness, I think, would also help.
We have maybe time for one more question. There we go.
Are there any books that you recommend us to read, like, as starters for Buddhist meditations?
To recommend as starters for Buddhist meditations?
I would say at the same time you're getting involved in meditation, learn the Buddhist worldview, because the two go together. Like I said at the beginning, to really understand where a meditation is taking you, and having an understanding of the worldview, having an understanding of the mind. This really helps when you meditate. One good book was written by a friend of mine. It's called How to Meditate. And her name, I think she used the name of Kathleen McDonald. Yeah, so that's a very good book.
Well, venerable children, thank you very, very much. It's a delight to have you back at Smith College virtually. It's kind of like you're here. Your smile was just as wonderful as always. It's great. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I know that you're in a busy schedule and it's complicated everywhere. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. And I wish you all of you the very best, and really have confidence in your own potential to become a wise and kind person. Yeah, don't put yourself down. Have confidence in your potential and then slowly develop your potential.
Thank you so much. Is the Venerable Damcho there?
Yes, she's right here.
Yeah.
So
She was the
Venerable
one.
Damcho here. She is the one who has been working with me for the last 2 weeks on odd afternoons trying to figure this technology out. She's the tech guru over there and has been helping with a whole lot of this. So a lot of thanks to you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be back in touch, and no doubt we'll ask for more of your advice and teachings in the future.
Okay. All right. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Hold on one second.